Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, thanks for hanging out with me again today, and in today's video I'm actually going to take the RC10 out and give it a run around. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the ball diff holds up. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to replace the transmission, basically. So what is in here is an MIP transmission and ball diff, and I cannot find the parts to replace the ball diff discs and balls, so it is questionable at best. I took it out to Al's not too long ago. We put it on the track. It made it 5 feet and was screaming. The diff was slipping terribly, so I brought it home and spent the better part of about 2 hours trying to figure out how in the world that thing actually went together. I never did get it fully apart to inspect everything, and you know, it just kind of tightened up all of a sudden with me just angrily messing with it. So it's snug, it seems to be working. I took it outside, drove it around for a minute, it seemed fine. So we're going to take it out to the track, but before I do, I want to bring you guys in closer just to show you the car a little bit better. So when I bought this was sight unseen. It was basically on an auction page. It had a ratty old body on there. It was extremely dirty, couldn't really see much of anything. So I bought it and got kind of what I paid for. I didn't pay a whole lot for it, but there's a big hole in the bottom where somebody had cut out and put in an auxiliary power switch. It was a rocker switch, and on the bottom of the car was probably the worst place to put that, because every time you smack the bottom of the car on the ground, off, turn on, off. You know, it was a bad idea. So the other thing that happened out at Al's is the 3D printed wing buttons that I got. Yeah, those were, one was broken when I got there, and I pulled the wing off and the other one snapped off. So if you guys are looking to replace your wing buttons, don't buy 3D printed ones off of eBay. You know, they need to be solid. The body is a TBG body, MCI decals, you know, just went plain Jane. I was going to get fancy with it and try to do a custom paint job, but decided to go, you know, factory look. I like it. It looks really nice. So on the inside, didn't do anything spectacular. 1060 ESC, low profile, $16 servo, Amazon servo. And the only thing I had to do really to the interior to get it going again was it was missing the battery strap. So all I did was I took a piece of really thin carbon fiber and put a slot in one side so it has some movement back and forth. So it's hard to show you on camera, but it actually has some slot back and forth, so it can move around and basically just goes, the hole is the same size as the head of that one. And normally it would have the screw with the nice hole drilled through the head of it, but yeah, I didn't have one of those. So I just put the screw underneath the head, so the head of the screw is there and the body pin goes underneath. Holds it great. So, you know, 20 minutes of time making a little cardboard template, and then going out and cutting some carbon fiber, sanding it up, drilling some holes in there. Works great. The battery is basically wedged in between the back of the tray and the servo here, so there is no front and back battery motion. Probably not the best for the wiring, but you know, it's good enough for now. Overall, when I got it, you could not even see the rear arms. They were completely black. All the shock oil had leaked out. They'd refilled it. It had leaked out. They'd refilled it. They leaked out. They'd refilled it. You know, over and over and over again. The whole rear end was a solid black glob of dust and oil mixed together. You know, it clearly says MIP on the side of the transmission. Couldn't see it. It was just a big black blob. You know, the arms were basically full up to the top of the webbing with crud. So cleaned off, tore it apart, cleaned up everything, got all the rusty stuff off, and then I actually peroxided the arms, because even after cleaning them up, they were just so grungy and old and discolored. They were very, 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 like, almost orangish yellow. So did the peroxide treatment on the wheels, all the plastics, and a lot of them brightened up a lot. Some of them brightened up enough, but it is a ton better than what it used to be. But other than that, it's, you know, all stock. stock shocks, stock everything. The only real upgrade to it is the MIP transmission, which is, you know, like I said, iffy at best at this point. We have a Holmes Hobby at 19 turn Holmes Hobby retro sport motor in. There's a 1060 cheap servo, and let's go outside and see if it'll actually run this time. So I'll see you guys out at the track.
So real quick to close off, it ran really well. I could tell that the rear diff is really kind of locked up under power. It's what we've got. With that being said, I thought we were going to have a really bad day. Literally first lap, came around the last corner heading to the jump, and I clipped the corner of the pipe, the front tire. Didn't think anything of it, looked fine, backed up, started going, and then didn't have any steering. Thought I broke it. Got up, went and looked, and I could see the ball stud on the steering arm there. Couldn't find a steering rod. And I'm like, where is it? Picked it up, looked at it. It's not connected on the inside. Where is it? Went back, looked. So I had to take the whole body apart. And basically what had happened is, I guess it popped off. And when it was dangling down and I backed up to get off the pipe, it basically tucked it up underneath the front arm perfectly to where I couldn't really tell that it was stuck up underneath there. Anyway, popped the ball cup back onto the stud. It's a little bit dinged up, but overall it held on for the rest of the run. The rest of the run was great. I had a smile on my face the whole time out there. This is literally my first time completing a lap with an RC10, and I can see why this thing has been cherished for so many years. It's a great running little buggy, and I'm sure with a nicely tuned diff, it would be on rails. So with that said, I am probably, sorry, distractions. With that said, I'm probably going to try to source a new rear end for this so we can actually get, you know, some differential action, and I don't have to worry about this if every time I take it out, is it going to blow up and, you know, lock up on me completely, or just sit there and burn itself to death. So over the next, you know, month, 2, 3, 5, 7 months, whatever it takes, I'm going to keep looking for a nice, good condition rear end for this, swap it out, and we'll have something I know is reliable back there, and I don't have to worry about it. And eventually, if for some reason I come across that MIP rebuild kit, I'll still have the transmission here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the run footage. I tried capturing it from a couple different angles to, you know, make the edit a little bit nicer. It's been a while since I've done that. Apologize, but, you know, I took the GoPro out and set it up in a couple different spots, so it'll kind of cut around. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Everybody out there, you guys be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.